Morning, folks. Today's soap is brought to us from Wet the Face. Name of this one here is New York Peppermint Patty, and it's just like the York Peppermint Patty. It has an awesome scent to it. Peppermint and chocolate. That's what it looks like there on the inside. This one here is no longer in production. When this one here came out, it had 6 ounces of goodness inside, and of course it's got somewhat less in it. And going to follow up with not a matching aftershave, but one that it should work just fine with it, is the Cold Fusion from Wet the Face. Cold Fusion is still available if you're interested in it, and it's going to be quite the cooling effect. Still using the Taconic Preshave oil, 2 pumps on this one here for each shave. Excuse me. And I've got it whipped up here in the Crown King Scuttle with a ever-ready Heritage Collection brush. This one here has a badger knot in it. It's got quite a bit of soap in it. We'll see how this one here works out. It was kind of fun, working it up inside the scuttle there. That knot is so big that it takes up almost all of the room in the scuttle. So I had a little bit of a mess to clean up before I even got started this morning. Blade of the day is, have not tried these before. I think it's pronounced Baili. This one here is the Super Blue Blades, and it comes wrapped, and it's double wrapped. That's what the inside wrapper looks like. This is a 10-pack, and I think they come in a 5-pack also. I'm not totally sure about that, but it does come double wrapped. And I got it in here in the RazoRock. This is Baby Smooth. Length on this is almost 4 inches, and I think it weighs like 1.3 ounces or something like that. It's pretty lightweight. Color of this also is electric blue, and it looks really nice. And that blade does follow the contour of that base plate. Looks really good. I already put a hot towel to the face, pre-shave oil. Go ahead and get my face wet and see how much lather slides everywhere. Like I say, I haven't used this blade before, so I'm kind of, I guess you might say, apprehensive maybe. I hope it works out all right. Otherwise, I'll grab one of my other blades over here. Yes, this is, if you're interested in this particular shaving soap, and I don't recall exactly, unless it was the difficulty of making the scent, reason why it hasn't come back, or maybe there's just folks hasn't mentioned to him that they'd like for it to come back, which would be pretty cool. At least to me, I think it would be. Especially if you can come back with the matching aftershave, that would just be awesome. Because it does, it smells just like the York Peppermint Patty. Yep, I kind of figured I'd get it somewhere where it didn't need to go. It does smell great. Cold Fusion should work just fine. Pairs up just fine with it. Think we're supposed to be expecting some rain today here in Oklahoma. I think last time I looked at it, like 90%. I'm not sure exactly how much we're expected to get. It'll be an interesting day, keeping the temperatures, I guess you might say, above freezing. I think right now, we're near freezing. I think that's what I remember seeing this morning when I looked real quick. This does shave pretty smooth. Blade seems to be doing okay so far. I'll try to remember to take it apart, show you what the blade looks like. I'm wanting to say this is platinum coated, maybe. I think I remember seeing that on a website. Or maybe it said it on the blade, I don't remember now. I slept hard last night. I really did. I got up a little bit later than what I expected this morning. Run a little bit late. But I slept hard last night. Baby Smooth with this particular blade. Baili, what? Super blue steel blades. The blade's not blue. I say, considering what this particular shaver was made for, that's pretty good reduction there. Get ready for pass. No, I mean, look at this. This knot is huge. I have to say this one here would be better in a bowl. Matter of fact, I think sometime here pretty soon I'll revisit this brush with a soap stick. See how well I do with the face lathering with it, because it looks like it will take a lot of soap. A lot of soap. It's huge. Don't use badger knots very often. When it comes to natural bristle, horsehair and boar are my favorites. Of course, then they're synthetic. This blade's working pretty well. Across the grain, pretty smooth, just a little bit of feedback. Not that feedback's a bad thing, but with this particular shaver, it kind of indicates how the shave's going for me. I know off camera I'm going to have to rinse out my beard hair. Probably just go ahead and lather up and rinse it out, huh? Beard reduction. I kind of thought this would work. The cross grain pass took down quite a bit. So if I was to work on that second pass just a little bit, change the strokes up just a little, because there's a little bit right there, which is normal for me. I got the patch through here, and I got some over here. It'd already be done. In other words, this is a mild shaver, but somewhat efficient. And I've got a link down below for all this good stuff. And take a look at it. And if I remember right, that is what one of the goals that RazoRock was trying to, Italian Barber is trying to reach with this particular shaver, is one that is mild but yet efficient. And I think it still hits both of those marks pretty well as making it affordable. I think the going price right now is like $39.99. If I remember right, I bought mine when it was like $10 cheaper. This tint is awesome. Yep, when this soap came out, it came out with 6 ounces. Don't see very many soaps anymore with 6 ounces in them. There's not that many. Probably the two that come to mind that come close to 6 ounces or do have 6 ounces is Stirling and Soap Commander. Those are the two that come to mind. I am kind of surprised. I wasn't expecting quite as smooth a shave with this particular blade. It's working out pretty well. I think it's going to be a pretty efficient shaver. In other words, just doing my normal routine, not adjusting my strokes or anything like that. Just going right ahead with my normal routine. I'm still getting quite a bit of whisker reduction. Should also point out there is no overhang for those that shave under the nose, and that that might make a difference. This is a fairly lightweight shaver. Like I said, it's about 1.3 ounces, almost 4 inches in length. And this part right here, of course, is nice and shiny, but the cap and base plate will be like a blue matte finish. And like they say on there, you don't expect perfection, which, to be honest with you, unless I'm paying an exorbitant amount of money for it, not really expecting perfection. And where it matters most is what I'm expecting. So in other words, the visible parts like the cap and the handle, not so much concerned about what it looks like on the bottom of the base plate, which this one here looks just fine. Either side, to me, I've never been able to see anything to complain about. There we go. It is on the blade. It says platinum stainless. That's what the blade looks like there. And I guess if somebody was to complain, maybe they wouldn't appreciate how the post and, in other words, the round parts right there, it doesn't bother me. I think it looks just fine, but somebody might complain about it. But for me, it looks just fine. It's a good looking shaver. It won't be very many shavers to beat at that price point looking as nice as this one here does. I really like it. I think it's well made. It is pretty efficient. It's mild, smooth, works well with this particular blade. I've shaved before with this on and off camera, and so far the blades I've tried, I haven't had any issues, but I haven't gone, in other words, like I have a whole pack of blades that I have not used yet, and I haven't tried those, in other words, in this particular shaver, to see how well it performs with a whole variety of blades. But it seems to work. Considering I was not expecting the best of shaves with this particular blade, it seems to be handling them pretty well. My face is pretty smooth. There's only one spot that I can feel that I could work at to get a very smooth shave. Alum block complete with rubber band from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements this morning. Still hanging in there. If you're wondering, for me, and this alum block will last well past a year. So your investment, in my opinion, in an alum block, as inexpensive as this is, I think it runs right around the $4.50 mark, somewhere in there, maybe close to $5. I can't remember off the top of my head. Something that'll last you more than a year. That's a consumable. This is a great buy. For me, most of the time, using just a straight alum block doesn't work that well for me. My skin feels dried out at the end of the shave if I don't follow up with the witch hazel. But the alum block does feel like there's any places where there's nicks that are not bleeding, it'll take care of that. Not that the witch hazel won't, but I kind of feel like the two of them working together, my shaves feel better, work better working together as opposed to not together, separate. Unscented witch hazel, mentholated from Stirling. And with all the handy dandy products that are out there nowadays, you can probably make your own mentholated witch hazel. One of these times I'm going to remember to bring, I got some frost drops. I'll remember one of these times to bring them in here if you haven't seen them before and show you what they look like. The bottle itself is relatively inexpensive. I think they're maybe $5 a piece, and maybe if you catch them on sale, it'll be even cheaper than that. Man, this is a great shave. Love it when my face feels like this. Cold Fusion should be, how can you say? I should say that this one here, it does shake well here. I should say that this is not run-of-the-mill aftershave in the way of a cooling effect. This is going to be right up there with the top of the, I guess you might say, the food chain when it comes to cooling effect. It rates right up there. So if you're not real big on menthol, this is not the aftershave for you. This is for the folks that really enjoy a nice cooling effect on their shaves. And I'm one of them. I enjoy how it makes my face feel. You know, typically I gotta clean my glasses. I can still see shaving cream there. For me, in my opinion, my experience, if I'm going to have like what I might consider a very aggressive shave or maybe even a rough shave, something I wasn't quite expecting or just new to and still haven't mastered just yet, aftershaves like this, as well as witch hazels, make a world of difference on how my face feels after the fact. In other words, I guess you might say it's to take the not so good shave and turn it in a great shave by cooling my face down and making it feel much better than what it did before I applied it, which is a good thing. Hope everybody's doing well. Today's hump day, Wednesday. Still working from home. They're not expecting us to go back to the office until end of March. So hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and smooth shaves to you.